You know, naturally, we keep saying, at a time when even the statistics shows us that a lot of people suffered with mental health issues as a result of COVID-19. You would have thought, the guards would have deployed a better way of handling this. This was a young man who was struggling with mental health. He was challenged mentally. He didn't deserve bullets. He deserved care. He deserved help. He deserved our prayers. He deserved our support. Every single one of us, including myself, a lot of people found it very difficult to cope during the COVID-19. And even now, it's been back and forth. One moment we're in lockdown. The next moment, you're expected to be this and expected to be that. You would have thought people would have had a better presence of mind in knowing how to deal with a situation like that. George was no different. He was no different. He had his challenges. He had his moments. And that probably was one of the moments most of us have experienced in different ways. You would have expected a professional athlete would have known to deal with that issue, would deal with that situation in a much, much better way. And of course, we've seen so many examples, so many similar situations dealt with appropriately. So why wasn't George's situation also accorded that sort of, human treatment instead of shooting him dead like a dog? Even I'm sure if you were to shoot a dog dead here in Ireland, you might go to jail for it. I don't think the system would allow anybody to shoot a dog dead in that sort of way. Why do we have to do it to a human being? And we keep asking, is this a new policing strategy? We want to know if it's a new policing strategy so that we can, advise our children to stay indoors. If that's a new policing strategy, if this is how our community is meant to be policed, then of course we want to be able to inform our community, inform our loved ones. If there was an altercation outside, is this the way we expect, our children to be treated? George could have been anybody's son. George could have been anybody's daughter. So we are still in shock. There are still questions unanswered. And in my opinion, and in the opinion of majority of members of the Irish citizens, I don't think anybody would endorse that sort of treatment. I don't think anybody would endorse that sort of strategy. So there are a lot of questions we want answers to. But ultimately, we are calling for justice. What are we calling for?
Justice.
What are we calling for?
Justice.
What are we calling for?
Justice.
Justice for who?
Justice.
Justice for who?
Justice.
Justice for who? Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for another day. Today is the 7th day, and I just want to clarify something going on the internet. George's mental illness is not by drugs. George was in shock in 2009 when his best friend Toyosi was stabbed in Terrace Town. It's all over on the internet that he was doing drugs, he was into shady bad things like. He was in shock since 2009 and he couldn't come out of the shock. That is the cause of his mental illness. So people saying he does drugs, he does this, is all bullshit. That is not right. And again, please, let's maintain this social distancing. We should please wear our masks every now and then. Because we know all what has been spreading among us, and we don't want any more scandals. Please, let's abide to the law of the land, and let's respect every rule that is being passed down to us. And again, parents, please, I want you to pass this down to your children. This time is a very, very tough time for them. You might be seeing them quiet. Please, always go to their room, talk to them. Some of them might be going through a lot that you don't know. You might be thinking, no, he's just there in his room, it's quiet. No, please, go and talk to them. Some of them might be suffering mentally at this moment. But before it gets worse, please, get help for them. Talk to them, get help for them. I work in a mental home. I know what I'm talking about. Please, let's talk to all our children. And we should keep assuring them that at the end of everything, at the end of this rally, justice must be served. Please, please and please, I know it's tiring, I know it's stressful, but please, let's keep coming. I know for the past 2 days now, I wasn't able to come here. I was going through some issues, but please, I'm here now, but please, whatever you are going through, talk to a friend, talk to anybody, talk to your children. If you don't want to share whatever you are going through with, just please make sure you talk to someone. Don't leave it here. If you leave whatever you are going through, if you leave it here, it might hurt you. Please, let's come out and continue this rally until justice is served. Justice for who? Call his name. Call his name. Call his name. Thank you. God bless you.